What's good, King Gandhi? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again with another episode here on the channel. I'm just so delighted to be back here with you guys and here with the brother that influenced me to take my first trip to Africa. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have been so motivated to do what I'm doing now. So if it wasn't for him, this wouldn't be a channel. But I'm gonna let him explain who he is and what's the name of his channel and what he does. Go ahead, family.
All right, my name is Prince Dynasty Amir. I have a platform titled In Search of a Huru. And what we're doing, we're building a bridge between the diaspora and Africa. That is what I do in a nutshell. Make sure you go and subscribe. Search for Uhuru is the tagline. Search for Uhuru is the name. Again, search for Uhuru is the name. Make sure you go and subscribe here on YouTube and check us out.
All right, give him a round of applause.
I'm sorry, search for Uhuru is the handle. I meant handle. I'm sorry.
Handle, yeah. He's also from the city of Sacramento. He's unfortunately from the worst part, which is South Sacramento. But
no. He's from North Sac. North Sac is the worst part. North Sac's the worst part.
He's dusty, so we're gonna have to pray for him. But I'm glad that my brother is here. He's doing a great work. He's really been my inspiration here in trying to bring so many people together, and he's a workhorse. He's like every day he's talking to people here on the ground. But brother, you were the first person that I saw, because I know you from back home, right? Everybody know who you know, because you was one of the best running backs ever come out of our city. And then also you was running touchdowns. Now you running everybody to Africa, so you still running.
Right. Still running.
Some things never change. But brother, you have recently embarked on two things, which is really powerful. You got Nigerian citizenship about 2 years ago, right? 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, 2019. Yes, sir.
Okay, and then you got Sierra Leonean citizenship, right?
Right. January 5th, 2021.
You're the only person that I know that's ever got that accomplished in life, in Africa as an African American. Before we kind of go into what you're offering now with getting people, helping them get their citizenship in Sierra Leone, what brought you to? We know the story about Africa, but what brought you into dealing with Sierra Leone and Nigeria as of right now?
I would say Sierra Leone has the most potential. It's by far the most beautiful country I've stepped foot in Africa. I tell people that coastline from Liberia to Sierra Leone is some of the most beautiful coastline on the planet. So it's the most opportunities, the most virgin, and I think Sierra Leone would definitely be a great fit for the diaspora. Sierra Leone and Nigeria. I know you often hear Ghana became popular. So everyone, when it comes to the diaspora, when they think Africa, they think the first place to go to is Ghana. But take a look at Sierra Leone. I think personally, Sierra Leone would be a better fit when it comes to opening up businesses, getting established, than I would say at Ghana. And then Nigeria, if you have that hustle, that spirit, Nigeria is where it's at. And Nigeria was the first country to welcome me home.
Okay.
So that's my connection to Nigeria. It was the first country in Africa to officially welcome me home. But as far as opportunities, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, you can't beat it.
Okay, so you're going on record right now, because a lot of people, I had brother Chief O'Day on here yesterday, and I've seen other people. I know you have been, leading a lot of successful tours to Sierra Leone, but let's talk about. I know you've been all over West Africa,
right? And
you've been to Gambia. I know you've been Ivory Coast. You be eating everywhere too. Senegal, and right. And then you. So are you going on record in saying that Sierra Leone is giving some better opportunities than even Ghana right now?
Absolutely. Think about it.
That's controversial, brother. You got a lot of guys. So why do you say that?
We have to deal with just the facts. So Sierra Leone, and maybe I'm jumping too far ahead, is the only country that is giving dual citizenship to those of the diaspora who can prove that they have DNA linked to one of the tribes of Sierra Leone via African ancestry. Ghana's not doing that. Let's just keep it real. That's just the reality of it. And some people might get offended, some people might get upset, but that's just the reality. Now, Ghana has been leading the way when it comes to marketing, um, in regards to attracting those of the diaspora to
Hmm.
Africa. Ghana is leading the way when it comes to that, especially when it comes to the year of return.
Hmm.
But when it comes to getting on the ground,
Hmm.
opening up businesses, opening up a
Hmm.
bank account,
Hmm.
it's not easy. Because
Hmm.
at the end of the day, I mean, you might be a Black American, you might be an African American, but you're still considered American when it comes to doing business in Ghana. And that's the reality. You carry that blue passport, not a Black American passport, not an African American passport, but a blue passport. So you're treated as an American first, African or Black second. So, Ghana has its
Hmm.
laws and regulations in place in regards to
Hmm.
what foreigners are afforded, what foreigners
Hmm.
can do, and how they can operate. And
Hmm.
you have to abide by those certain laws and regulations. It's just my personal opinion.
Hmm.
It's a lot of more red tape when it comes
Hmm.
to getting established in Ghana versus a Sierra Leone or Nigeria, or even if you speak French, take a look at Cote d'Ivoire or Senegal. A whole
Hmm.
lot easier. So,
Hmm.
so yeah, I mean, I've said this several times.
Hmm.
I would say as far as for the diaspora, especially if you're English speaking and you're
Hmm.
looking to relocate to an English speaking country, Sierra
Hmm.
Leone.
Sierra Leone. Now let me just say this. There's a YouTube channel that I follow here. A wonderful couple. They are called Expat Life in Ghana. Have you heard of them before?
I have not, no.
Okay, really, really good channel. I believe they're from the Dallas, Texas area, and they actually put a video out on September 11th called "Ghana Immigration: Harder to Stay in Ghana, Visa Nonsense. Why Ghana is Hard on Foreigners." And
Right.
to sum up their position on the video, and we'll put a screenshot up here of what they were saying. They said Ghana was inviting people to come back to
Yeah,
Africa.
they just wanted your tourist dollars. That's just the reality of it. They just wanted your
Oh,
tourist money.
right.
Again, even though you might consider yourself an African returning home, when you go to Ghana, they don't see you that way. You're a foreigner, and you'll be
Okay.
treated as such. So that's just the reality of it.
Okay, and she was saying similar. They love it there, but like the harder to stay in the country, and now with the COVID protocols, it makes it difficult for them to leave and come back and everything like that. And they said, "Well, hey, you invited us home, but now you're making it difficult for the diaspora to stay here." And it's not just like the year of return for who; it's any foreigner. It's not really like when you look at the wording, it's not just Black Americans or the diaspora. They're not in many cases, according to some people, they're not differentiating between African or Black or whatever.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Let me ask you this, because here's what people are going to say. I know you did a show with Dr. Harnett, and
Hmm.
Dr. Harnett is a wonderful African business coach. And so when you look at certain things, the way that she does it on her channel, there are opportunities in what she would consider high risk or low risk countries, and high risk, high reward, or whatever. And you always hear about, you know, Rwanda, which is operating always pretty good, Kenya, as being stable, and but you don't really hear about Sierra Leone as being one of those markets that's going to be stable. And people have like a lot of success there because of infrastructure and things like that. In your opinion, you've been there. You lead tours there. What are some of the challenges that you feel that somebody from the diaspora would have if they were trying to stay there and launch things? And what are their opportunities, do you think, in those markets?
As far as opportunities, tourism. Like I said, Sierra Leone has the most one of the most beautiful coastlines on the planet, and for the most part is untouched. It's still undeveloped, but at the same time, every time I go back to Sierra Leone, I'm noticing new construction along that coastline. So it's not going to remain that forever. So hospitality, hotel, Airbnb, lodge. With that, you're going to need transportation, uh, food industry, which is hospitality, is needed as well.
Hmm.
But for me, when it comes to Sierra Leone, my strategy is hospitality. So I'm doing tours.
Okay.
I'm a registered tour operator.
Okay.
In fact, I have several businesses registered in Sierra Leone. But
Okay.
right now, the main focus is on tourism.
Okay.
So I'm taking people back and forth to Sierra Leone,
Hmm.
doing at least two tours a year. So first one was this
Okay.
past April,
Okay.
which was for citizenship tour. So in order to be considered for citizenship in Sierra Leone,
Hmm.
number one, you have to have your African ancestry DNA certificate along with the
Hmm.
DNA sequence that comes with that.
Hmm.
But you have to go through a tour operator or
Hmm.
registered tour operator who submits all the paperwork for you. So
Okay.
my tour company is registered in Sierra Leone. So
Hmm.
I'm bringing a group next month
Okay.
to Sierra Leone for citizenship. But
Hmm.
also, if you're not eligible for citizenship, you're still more than welcome to come and enjoy Sierra Leone. My previous tour, there were more people on the tour who just wanted to visit Sierra Leone versus those who were eligible for citizenship.
Okay.
So, consider Sierra Leone. I mean, I know Ghana's hot. I know Tanzania's hot right now. But when I
Gambia.
tell Gambia is hot. But when I tell you how beautiful Sierra Leone is, I mean, don't count out Sierra Leone. And
Mhm.
so, I'm taking groups back and forth, well, back to Sierra Leone at least twice a year.
Okay. Let me ask you because if you were to live there or stay there, I mean, I know that you like Nigeria. What you said you mentioned something about Sierra Leone being virgin in some of the markets that it has.
Right.
What are some of the like when you say virgin, as far as coming into a new space? What do you really mean for the African American audience or some of our brothers and sisters that's from America, maybe they're from the African country, and they want to be more clear on that term as far as what Sierra Leone has to offer?
And when I say virgin, I mean there's opportunity there. Things are prices costs are still relatively inexpensive, somewhat, especially for what you could get. And me, I'm focused on I want to acquire land along that coastline. And for what you get and the price that's asking is virgin. It's relatively inexpensive, and it's not as developed. So you have the opportunity to come and build. Versus you look at like Senegal and Dakar, Senegal. I mean that coastline is pretty much gone in the capital. Like it's developed, it's built, new construction. If there's a plot of land, I mean they're asking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars for it.
Wow.
Versus Sierra Leone, I mean the opportunities are still there, but they're not always going to be there. So it's up to
Mm.
the diaspora to come and take advantage of these opportunities. So my goal before the year is out, early January, I'm going to start acquiring land
Okay.
for Sierra Leone along the coastline. And when you're a citizen, you can own land freehold versus if
Lease.
you're right, if you're not a citizen or a foreigner, it's leasehold.
Hmm.
So I'm looking forward, to that. But that's what I mean by virgin. Like it's just the opportunity is there, but you have to be ready to
Hmm.
build. Versus, I don't know where you can get inexpensive coastline land in a
Right.
capital city in
Right.
Africa,
Yeah.
especially in a capital city where it's not
Yeah.
that
You can't even do that
expensive.
in Monrovia, and I think Freetown would
Yeah,
be better.
Monrovia is still it's pretty expensive.
Hmm.
I mean, Abidjan, Dakar, Accra, expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not gonna find it. Freetown
Hmm.
is there.
Hmm. Let me ask you because when people come into these places, and I know like Ghana, one of the things that people might want to be able to get into is a particular expat community because when you come, there are some people that are kind of already there, and so that's one question. Like, what about the people who are already there? How to connect with people if you want to do things, and secondly, I heard that Sierra Leone is really good with the land thing, so that you can just directly go to the land registry and then you can buy land. Like you don't have to worry about getting so much scammed from a personal buyer. Like
You can still get scammed. I
you can
mean,
still do scam, okay? But I heard that you can go to like even the government and you can buy land directly from them if you get approved for citizenship. Is that true?
Oh, okay. Right. So there is the answer to that question. There's land that's set aside that the government owns that if you have a business idea, you could lease from the government. You have a concept if you want to build like a restaurant or a
Hmm.
hotel on the coastline. So you could do that.
Okay.
Still, when it comes to acquiring land in Africa, I always recommend getting a lawyer and doing it that way. That's
Okay.
a lawyer you
Okay.
can trust. That's the best way. And then your first question in regards to the expat community,
Yeah.
I've always personally reached out to the diaspora community who's in America. So if there's a
Right.
Sierra Leone diaspora community, I'll connect with them here in America and then leverage that relationship into building relationships in that country.
Right.
That's how I've pretty much always done it when I've um, engaged Africa. It's always started with that diaspora community in America,
Hmm.
then reaching back out to Africa after making those connections here in America. So for the most part, that's how I've always done it. So like
That's
Senegal,
exactly what I tell people to do too. Yeah.
right? So Senegalese community here in America connects me to Senegal.
Right.
Sierra Leone community here in America connects me to Sierra Leone, and Liberia, and so on, so on. So that's
Right.
always been my approach.
Okay. Okay. Let's talk about some of the tours that you're going to be doing, and now, but before we got to get into tours, people are going to probably want to know. All right, what's the percentage of Leonean descent do I need to be to qualify for the citizenship? Because a lot of us is like, I know I'm probably majority Nigerian or something like that,
Right.
but how do you well, what's the answer to that question?
No, so with African ancestry, they just give you a certificate, and it'll
Hmm.
say like mine. I don't know what mine is that. It'll say Dynasty Mir, tribe, maternal side, and then they'll give you the DNA sequence. I can pull it up on my phone. So
Okay.
it's not necessarily a percentage. It'll just say your tribe, where you're from, and that's it.
Hmm.
If that makes sense. So
Okay.
it's not like ancestry.com or DNA 23andMe where they give you okay, you're 26% that, 15% that, 14% that. It doesn't work that
Hmm.
way. So you go through African ancestry, they give you your certificate, then you're eligible.
Okay. Okay. And how long does that process take?
From African ancestry, they're running in between 8 and 12 weeks now.
All right, 8 to 12 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
So take us through the process if a person is interested and they qualify, and then they go through what you do. What is the tour that you have? What is it comprised of?
Right. So first, step number one, make sure you have that DNA certificate and sequence from African ancestry. You then have to do a background check, local and federal. Now, as far as, hey, Dynasty, man, I made a mistake in the past, brother. Is that going to count? I don't know. I don't make the decision. All I do is submit the information. 2 reference letters from, I would say, community leaders, lawyer, doctor, teachers, professors, local leaders in the community. And then, so the reference letters, background check, letter of intent, basically stating, this is the reason why I am seeking citizenship from Sierra Leone, and that's it. So once you have that, you have to go through a local tour operator, which on the Monuments and Relics website or the Sierra Leone tourism website, you'll have a list of local tour operators. My tour company, I'm a local tour operator. Then submit the paperwork. Paperwork gets submitted. So I offer a tour because a lot of the people who are eligible for citizenship, they've never been to Sierra Leone. A lot of them never been to Africa. So my thing is come, enjoy the country, 10 toes on the ground. Let me serve as your guide. Let's have a good time. Same time, when you get your citizenship as well. So as far as the tour package, search for who.com. You can find the itinerary there as well. Also, on my YouTube page, I have a Sierra Leone tour playlist. So to get an idea of what we're doing as far as activities from the last tour, it's on a playlist. Check it out. But paperwork, African ancestry DNA test, 2 reference letters, background check, letter of intent, connect with a local with a registered tour operator, and then let's go on a tour. So also while you're there, there's a seminar you have to go to. Also, obviously, you have to go to immigration to get fingerprinted. Then we have an actual ceremony. So a lot of people have been asking, Dynas, can I get my citizenship without having to come to Sierra Leone? The answer is no, because you have to come get sworn in by the president, President Bio. So he will actually swear you in. So you have to come physically to Sierra Leone, but that's how it works.
All right. So that sounds, like it's a really good lengthy process. So remember all those rules, guys. Make sure you contact Dynas Amir. And again, the religious recommendation and things like that. So let me ask you this. Let's talk about some success stories. I know you just started recently doing Sierra Leone. But from those people that that have citizenship, I know it's probably been very recent. What have those people started to do that you know of since they've gotten their citizenship?
I mean, I'm not sure how they're contributing. Of course, me, I contribute back and give back to the country and create opportunities for the country.
Right.
I have 2 employees. But as far as people who've gotten citizenship on a tour, I think they're still trying to find their way.
Okay.
That's the best way I can put it. But a lady, Miss Kendrick, who didn't get citizenship, who came on the tour with me in April. So I'm building a computer lab in Bo, Sierra Leone at the Chuck Brown School. I'm building a computer lab. She's building a women's center.
Wow. Okay. Right. I saw your computer lab.
Right. So the computer lab is pretty much done. And so we're going to do the ribbon cutting in November. She's building a women's center.
Okay.
So, so like to spotlight her. So that's awesome. But she didn't get her citizenship. She just came to visit.
So I do that.
Right. So she decided to do that. But, I think people, once they get their citizenship, some people are wanting to find their way and
some people take time
to figure
and
it out.
Like that.
Right. Me, I hit the ground running wherever I go.
Right.
So that's just how I roll. I hit the ground. I see something, let's get it cracking.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. So and then also, and I'm glad you said that. Let's kind of get back to for people who are just knowing about Sierra Leone because of you. Or shows that you've done, you do recommend to give them a head start. So once you get your African ancestry, you would recommend also that on your way, let's say to the tour, start trying to reach out to the Sierra Leone community in your country. So if you're in the UK, I know there's probably a lot of them there. In the States, definitely in Atlanta, it's going to have a lot of Africans and stuff like that, right? How do you reach out to people and find, because Sierra Leone is a smaller country. How do you find out if you're not living in Atlanta or in a place where a lot of Sierra Leoneans can be at? How do you find out where Sierra Leonean people are to make friends with them in America?
So with me, in my case, my YouTube page, when I posted my DNA results, they started reaching out to me.
Wow.
Yeah. So when I posted my DNA results on YouTube back then, so I received my results back in 2013, I believe. 2013 is when I received my DNA results. And the following year, or that same year, I posted them online. And they started reaching out to me here in Atlanta. Hey, we're doing Sierra Leone Independence Day. Come party. Come with us. Come to the house for a cookout. So, but also, too, I'll put this out there. If you're in a smaller town that doesn't have a local Sierra Leone community, hit me up and I'll connect you with some people. No problem. I have connections on the ground and on the ground in Sierra Leone and in America. So I have no problem connecting you with people. But put it out there that you trace your roots back to Sierra Leone, and you'll be surprised in regards to who will hit you up.
Okay. Okay, so that's great advice. So for those of you that are, out in the diaspora, and, especially in the Caribbean or African American diaspora, you don't know people, you're interested in getting to know people before you go, contact Brother Dynas. And that's probably a business in itself, organizing the diaspora for people to
Right.
connect and making, like there's a lot of opportunities in a lot of stuff. So Brother Dynas can't do it all by himself. There's opportunities in the agro-tourism and seeing farm visits and stuff like that. So it's a lot of opportunity for people to get involved just to make things better for the diaspora or connect and stuff. You see Nigeria doing it all the time with their agriculture and their agro partnerships, and they got ways for you to invest as a middleman and for farmers. So there's a lot of opportunity for a lot of this stuff. A lot of problems need to be solved in this, and I'm glad that you're on the ground just opening the door so that people can go out and find out something that they can add in and work together. When's the next tour? It's this month, right? Or next month?
Next month, November 19th. So we're leaving
Okay.
November 19th
Okay.
from JFK, and we're gonna have a great time in
And how long is the tour for? This one?
So for the people who aren't eligible for citizenship, the tour is going to end November 30th. For those who are eligible, the government is stating that the ceremony is going to be any day between the 20th and December 4th. The 20th is a Saturday, so I doubt, and you still have to get fingerprinted and go through and there's a seminar that you have to attend as well. So the 20th, the 21st, Saturday, Sunday, I doubt that those days will be any citizenship related activities will take place on those days. Then the 22nd, that Monday, I'm sorry, the 23rd, that Monday, probably you'll go get fingerprinted, or maybe on the 24th you'll go get your biometrics done. Then during that week you have your seminar. Then after that, up to December 4th. December 4th is a Saturday though, so I don't know, but I doubt that the ceremony will be on December 4th. But the ceremony could take place any day up to then, to December 4th. So yeah, if you're if you have that DNA certificate, don't stall. Come get your citizenship. Wow, again, no other country's offering this.
Yeah.
Come get your citizenship. And then also a couple other questions that I've been asked. Hey,
Okay.
Dynas, my uncle's brother's sister has it, the certificate. So can I get it? No. So for the most part, you have to be the direct DNA testee. So it has to have your name on it, and it has to have your DNA sequence on it with your name on it. Kids under the age of 18 and younger are eligible, but spouses aren't, unless the spouse has their own individual certificate that links them back to Sierra Leone. So that's it so far as kind of like the guidelines and rules on who's eligible and who's not.
Okay, great. So, brother, go ahead and let them know again the nice socials that we can follow you, or email for those people who have questions, all that stuff.
All right, so handle on Instagram is Prince Dynas Demir, Facebook Prince Dynas Demir, and here on YouTube is search for Uhuru, all one phrase, search for Uhuru. So that's where you can find me. Also, just go to dynasdemir.com and you could hit me up there as well.
All right, guys. So I really thank you. I thank the brother for coming on and talking about why Sierra Leone is even better than some of the hot spots I've been hearing. Gambia, Tanzania, Ghana, and so basically this is a really good opportunity for people to be able to get citizenship in Sierra Leone. I can tell you that if you have that Ecowas passport and you want to move through Africa, and traveling Africa, let's talk about that, right? Because traveling Africa is really difficult. It's expensive. Yeah, let's talk about that, because we don't never talk about the benefits of having an African passport. Right. But if you're traveling through Africa, it's amazing. Let's talk about the benefits of having that Ecowas passport.
Right. So I tell people this story. So when I went to Nigeria, back in 2019, I think it was March 2019, I traveled to Nigeria for my coronation. And I went through Togo. So I flew into Togo, Lomé, Togo, and I caught the bus from Lomé, Togo to Nigeria, to Lagos. And I remember getting to the semi-border, which is the Nigeria Benin Republic border. And so I'm on the bus. They pull up to the border, immigration. The immigration guy comes onto the bus and gets everybody's passport. So I'm the only one on there with a U.S. passport. So I remember they dragged me off the bus, not literally, and I'm just sitting in this immigration office in Nigeria. It was dark as hell, flickering light, and I already had my visa, by the way. And I remember, I guess the bus driver and the immigration guy in Nigeria, they were just kind of just arguing or going at it. That went on for like 30 minutes. Then finally I got my passport, back on the bus. On the way back, once I got my Nigerian passport, showed him my passport, and no problem, we just went through. So for Ghana, if you want a visa for Ghana, if you have a U.S. passport, you don't have an Ecowas passport, I think for Ghana to get a visa is like $150. And they don't do visa on arrival. You have to send your passport to the embassy in Washington, D.C. Benin Republic, same thing. And then on top of that, they want to see your banking statements. Nigeria, you have to physically go to a consular embassy physically in America to get your visa. Togo does visa on arrival. Sierra Leone does visa on arrival. Liberia, you have to mail your passport in. Senegal does visa on arrival. Gambia does visa on arrival. I'm trying to think what other countries are there. Cote d'Ivoire, you have to mail your passport in. They don't do visa on arrival. And these visas cost anywhere from like $150 to $250 per pop. Mali, you have to mail your passport in. Burkina Faso, you got to mail your passport in. So like the majority of these ECOWAS countries, if you don't have an ECOWAS passport, you have to pay for a visa, and then you have to email, and the majority of them don't do visa on arrival, where you have to mail your passport to the embassy in DC. When you have your ECOWAS passport, you just show up, but when you have your ECOWAS passport, come to the airport, they have a line for ECOWAS passport, show them your ECOWAS passport, you're good to go. And then if you're traveling by road, you don't need your passport. You just have to have an ID, an ECOWAS ID, and you can travel by road as well. So, it's just the inconvenience of having to pay for visas and traveling border by border, from border to border. It can be an inconvenience, but when you have your ECOWAS passports, it makes it easier.
Yeah, so I almost forgot about that, because that's why I really have stayed in East Africa, because it's visa on arrival.
Right.
In West Africa, I would have already went, but because of my location and proximity, I would have to go to like Germany to get most visas, like Ghana, Liberia. I gotta like send my passport to Berlin, then wait, and then hopefully it comes back. So if you have an ECOWAS passport, man, that's huge. And to be able to own land in another place, that's
right.
Y'all don't know how important that is, how much power that is. It's just like almost like most foreigners would want to become citizens of the United States if they could. And Africa is burgeoning, so it's like you have the opportunity to be in a different market, make different friends, see different ideas. It's a once in a lifetime offer. So I thank Sierra Leone for doing that, and I'm going to take my little ancestry test too. So guys, make sure you follow Brother Dynasty Amir. His YouTube channel will be at the first comment pinned to the top. And yes, he's standing on it. Sierra Leone is a better opportunity than even Ghana or La Gambia. And as you know, keep it real, King Ghana forever. We out.